a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. The QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
That pass is caught by Hardy. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
Winston to give, it's Kamara. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on third and inches. The Saints at a woeful 1-12 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, How do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. First and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the L route, and he's got it complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston looking long for Thomas. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back to throw now on first down. This pass is caught by London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this a spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll be out of bounds, been able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Winston. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Following the interception, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets it complete to Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. On the counter, here's Kamara. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Jameis now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit to hold them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are...
Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 31 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 24, Saints 10. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They go play action. Winston. He's got a man, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action now. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Winston. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Winston. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, Patterson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Here we go, set.
And they will take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about